Hey, now this is my first video on how to travel New Zealand, or New Zealand 101. In this introduction I just want to lay down some of the groundwork, some of the mere basics you need to know if you want to come to New Zealand. Be it for work, for travel, for holiday, for... what else is there? Or if you're going to be here for a day, a week, a month, or forever. And really, why wouldn't you? So they apply to everyone who wants to come down here. And I will of course try to cover as many topics as possible. Now, due to my own experience, these will mostly focus on backpacking New Zealand, but that doesn't mean they don't apply to anything else as well. Let's get to a few questions. What is New Zealand? New Zealand is the world's youngest country. The first wave of settlers came here in the 1200s. These guys were mostly Polynesian, the ancestors of today's Maori, that at least for tourist reasons still play a huge role in the Kiwi culture. Yes, Kiwi can be used as an adjective. At least I think so. The first big wave of settlement was the Europeans in the 1600s. Today New Zealand has a population of about 4.3 million people and is just slightly larger than the UK, which has 62 million people. Let me repeat that. The UK is smaller than New Zealand, but has 14 times its population. Now if you take into account that 1.3 million Kiwis live in Auckland, New Zealand's largest city, you realize that large parts of the country are just underpopulated. Big cities are a rarity, and in turn the distance between the small towns is rather large. Driving between two cities for about an hour and not meeting another soul happens quite a lot. Where is New Zealand? That one's actually kind of embarrassing for me to answer, because up until like 2 years ago I didn't know where it was. For most of you it might be quite obvious, but New Zealand is near Australia, so it's in the Australasia area of the world. Do they speak New Zealandish? In a way, yes, but not really. There are 3 official languages in New Zealand. The most important one is English, which according to Wikipedia accounts for about 98% of the spoken language. 0.6% are New Zealand Sign Language, whatever that might be. And the remaining 4.2% account for Maori. Who makes up these statistics? So basically you will be just fine if you just speak English. They do have a very funny accent though, and you'll probably pick that up after a while. Why would I want to go there? 4 words. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. If you've seen the movies, you already know how amazing the scenery around here is. Now, due to the light population, huge areas of the country still remain largely untouched. And let's try and keep it that way. They do have a bunch of national parks, and basically wherever you go, there's something amazing to see there. Beaches, forests, ski resorts, and more. But New Zealand has more to offer than just that. Have you ever heard of bungee jumping? Well, these guys invented that. So if you're into adrenaline-based activities, there's a bunch of stuff you could do around here. Bungee jumping, skydiving, whitewater rafting, zorbing, the list just goes on and on. Whatever you want, New Zealand has it. That's about enough for an introduction. Now if you want to know more about how to travel New Zealand, how to get here, how to get around, where to stay, what to eat, stuff like that, just subscribe to this channel. I'll try and post one of these videos once a week. And if you have a question you'd like me to answer, just put it down in the comments, or contact me via Twitter. It's @DomandLife. Or just send a tweet with the hashtag NZ101, and I'll try to answer it in one of the next videos. And that's it for this one.